I mean, I don't want to reuse video ideas at this point, but I'm gonna be honest, you people are getting really, really sick of the number 5. And I don't understand why you are, but apparently that happens to be the case. So whilst in the background we have Kazuya Mishima going through his fighting fists with fists, classic route, I think it's about time we start talking again about the current state of the game and what people are thinking about this game. So, the first thing is that some people are kind of on the idea of Kazuya being the character to be number 5 in the roster. And I've explained it in my video for the presentation. Basically, Kazuya wasn't my ideal choice for a character, but at the same time, he's still a fine addition, and he's definitely going to bring a lot of interesting things to the game. I mean, we're fighting game characters right now, so Ryu, Ken, Terry, they already exist in the game, and they're all interesting. And Mishima is no different. He's going to have a bunch of punches and kicks to deal with, which is something else. But if I were to change the choice of character, I probably would. But, you know, it's gonna make someone happy no matter what. Someone is happy that Kazuya's in the game. Definitely. Someone is displeased that Banjo-Kazooie is in the game. You can't lie about that. You cannot please every single person that exists in the world. Because if you can, then that's very, very impressive to have a consistent opinion on one thing for every single person in the world. That is barely doable. And even then, there's still going to be that minority of people who do have the opposing opinion. So it really depends on who you're asking. Kazuya, I think I'm treading on similar ground here, but Kazuya is a fine addition. I like his addition. He's not the one I would have expected. I've also said this in the best song in the game. I've also said this during the E3 Direct, where he was actually first shown off, obviously. But I said that he's not my ideal pick for a character to put into the Fighter Pass, but he's still a nice addition otherwise. He'll make other people happy, and that's the important thing to keep going. Now, the second thing that's important about Kazuya that people are starting to get miffed about is with their presentation and who they brought in as Mii Fighter costumes. So, if you missed it, they brought back the last remaining Smash 4 DLC Mii costume with Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia. Tales from Symphonia, I can't remember which one it is. And then there was also Shantae, who received Burning Town as a song, which is the first time that's happened in a while, because the last one was Cuphead. And there was also Dante from the Devil May Cry series. And the last one was the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim's Dovahkiin. And if you're thinking it already, boom, Sakurai's already beat you to the punch. So, the thing that really irks me about the reveal of Dovahkiin, Dante, and Shantae specifically is that people online, all over the place, are saying, no, they're apologizing for the fact that they are Mii fighters. Why are you apologizing? What is there to even apologize for? It's just a costume. They're still getting represented. They're apologizing. And the other thing too, I've seen some people say that being a Mii Fighter costume is the worst fate for a character to be. Now, I don't know what they're talking about in terms of worst fate, because a worst fate would be never being acknowledged by the game in any substantial way. That's the worst fate, clearly. Listen, fucking Handsome Jack and Zero have met the worst fate. Monokuma has met the worst fate. Phoenix Wright has met the worst fate. They have not been represented a single time in Smash Bros. They are clearly in the worst fate possible. However, apparently it's the Mii fighter costumes that are the worst fate, because they're not a fully realized fighter, as opposed to anything else. Like, they are in the game. They have been represented. And I tweeted about this even as well. There's a thing called the Colbert bump, which basically a popular medium has referenced a less popular medium, and because of that, there's going to have more of a crossover with getting more people to check out this lesser known medium. That happens with the Mii fighter costumes, believe it or not. Do you think people would understand what Mystical Ninja Goemon is if they had not seen the Mii costume added for that? Some people would already know about it, yes, that's good. But the other part of the population would be like, who is this Mystical Ninja? I want to know more about him. So, you go ahead and look up Mystical Ninja Goemon, and you maybe get a new fan in someone who looks up the game and enjoys it. So, I don't see why that's the worst fate for a character. How dare they not get fully realized as an actual fighter when there's only so much space in the roster itself, right? I can't believe it. It's just incredibly terrible. I don't understand. And the other thing too about the DLC fighters, or DLC Mii costumes as well, this is something to keep in mind for the very near future, because this is the case with what's going to happen in terms of, you know, the Mii fighter costumes. All that's left is new stuff. So if the 11th Mii fighter pass comes and happens, then there's going to be new costumes. Everyone's going to be a new character. There probably will be some new costumes based off of the character that was revealed. There may also be some other miscellaneous costumes. Hopefully there's another one that has another song, but that's just a personal thought and feeling going into that. But the main thing to know is that there is that possibility for them to be something cool to see in that last Mii Fighter Pass, but more on that after this commercial break. Now, another thing that has been pointed out to me, thanks to some wonderful little intel that I received, is that if you remember from that fighter presentation, Sakurai went out of his way to show off all of the different things that Kazuya is capable of. All of his attacks in all of the different directions, just from the one A button alone. And all of those command inputs that are very, very cool and interesting to perform in the stakes of battle. And apparently, according to the intel I received, on day one of people playing as Kazuya, what they decided to do is they have relegated him to a beam-only character. Only using the neutral smash. Or only using the neutral special. Because apparently that's the only thing that matters to most people online. Okay, so, in my opinion, from all that I've played of Kazuya, which is a very small amount, just doing some training before even recording this video, and this video itself, the neutral special is a finisher, but it's not a maker of the moveset. It's not going to completely settle you down. Like, the best thing to do is to actually build up the percentage and then use the beam so that you can catch someone off guard and do something kind of like that. See? Keep them off the stage very slightly. That's the one thing that would be beneficial to be using as, you know, Kazuya. That's the one thing that I feel like is good. Now, here's another thing that I feel is important to mention in a video like this. Because apparently these classic mode videos are ones that get watched by a few of you. I guess you like Smash Brothers a lot. And that is, why the hell am I even bothering to put my opinions out into the public when I'm a small channel and it's not going to reach anyone. And that's because I feel that if you at least should have someone that has their opinion be put out there. And you shouldn't be afraid to put out your opinion anywhere. And if someone finds the opinion, then they can either agree or disagree with it. And they can choose to, spread it around if they want to or not. However, it brings to mind a question. If you're such a small enough voice, will you even be heard if you say something that could change things? It could possibly change things, change the outlook on how people perceive things. It could change so much, yet your voice is absolutely nothing, non-existent. There's absolutely no one who would choose to watch your kind of shit. But you have the opinion out there, so for those of you that do watch it, you can see the opinion and see what I think of such a deal. But yeah, it's a bit depends on whether the hell, if people actually see it or not. But I don't know if I even got a point through with that last one. That was like the one I was least confident in trying to defend in terms of whatever. But it doesn't matter because I feel like that's going to be a good enough point to end on a video like this because, that was Kazuya Mishima, his classic mode and a spirit battle and his home run contest done in one video. I know it's very much like how I did it with the Myleth video, but apparently people don't like the number 5 because it's the 5th fighter in a pass again that people are having controversy with. And we're in a situation now where people are starting to get pretty goddamn critical on things that Nintendo's been doing recently. Mario Golf Super Rush is a prime example because only then, watching that, people have started to have the opinion of, wait a minute, why are they releasing games this early but just adding more stuff in with free DLC at a later date? Like, why do that? But that's definitely not a thing to really bring up, I guess. I don't know. I did see someone who made a comment that was like, this free DLC isn't free. You've already paid for it and you're just waiting for it to come out. Like, what? What? That's not what free DLC is. Because, anyway, I don't know, man. That's just a very stupid statement that I had a problem with. So I'm gonna leave it at this because I feel like I would just have enough to say, but I don't want to say enough. I don't know, man. So, thank you for watching Kazuya Mishima being played. I didn't use Beam nearly enough as people elsewhere on the internet have been using it. Take that in there. So, thank you very much for watching. Please, I will see you in the last Classic Mode video, or whatever happens next. I am not sure what exactly I could do next in terms of Smash Bros. But, yeah, whatever happens next, you'll see that. So, see you then. I hope you enjoyed, and yodel in the mountains for me for a little longer, please. Thank you very much. Good night. Take care, and take care again. Be sure to take care.